Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We are going to be continuing from where we left off in the Cortez household. So here we go.
Hold your guard. In the name of Baron Pear Cortez and the Cortez barony, I demand you state your business or face expulsion.
How dare you speak to me this way? I am a Count of House Thule.
Indeed. Forgive me, Your Highness, if I'd known you were coming.
I knew nothing of Thule emissaries either, Captain. I am Baroness Che Cortez, Your Highness. Forgive our inhospitality, but my husband has no time for visitors.
Watch your tone. House Cortez is merely a vassal, and would be nothing without House Thule.
My house has a proud and noble position. Don't say such things. Some days ago, we lost a squad of battle droids patrolling the borders of Cortez lands. That squad was our first line of defense. We believe the squad's disappearance may presage an attack, yet not one of our allies has come to our aid.
What happened to the squad exactly?
We don't know what destroyed our droids. They went silent. Until we find out, we must prepare for the worst. If you wish to make amends, send your troops to determine the fate of our patrol. Perhaps that will make my Baron smile again.
Of course. I'll send a legion of my best men.
I'll leave you to Captain Perovius. I hope to see you under better circumstances.
Your Highness, if your men find the droids, tell them to activate the squad's homing beacon. Perhaps the data logs will help us.
How easily the people believe things. I do like how I'm going to send a legion of my best men, being myself. Really should just stealth my way through. So let's do that. was following the wrong objective marker. I really wish if it was in a different area, the objective markers wouldn't look like they're in the same one. But that's also what I get for paying more attention to the mini-map than to the map. And there's our droid.
This is Captain Perovius. A pleasure to hear from you, Your Highness. I'm impressed that you conducted the search personally. We're receiving the droid's logs now. You have my thanks.
I don't send others to do my dirty work, and I get the job done.
A rare thing for a noble of your position. At any rate, these logs are discouraging. The droid skirmish with the Killiks. Blasted bugs are on Cortez lands again.
I ran into a few more on my way here.
Figures as much. Rumor has it that the Killik nest is growing. Probably scouting for a new home. I'll make sure the Baron knows. Those things won't build a new hive in Cortez territory. I'll tell you that.
I'm sure the Killiks will get your message.
Indeed. In the meantime, I have a message for you. The Baroness is offering you an invitation to the estate. You may return at your leisure.
I would have been coming back one way or another, so I guess it's a good thing we were invited. I would stealth my way out, but it would take longer, so we'll just hope that I can be fast enough to avoid them on the Tauntaun.
The Baron is expecting you. This way, please.
Our guest has arrived, my lord.
Baron Payar Cortez, Sword of the Castle Lands, I hereby present to you the Honorable Count Thule, emissary of his house. This man risked himself in the service of House Cortez, valiantly recovering our lost patrol and identifying the Killik threat. In appreciation of his noble deeds and out of respect for his accomplishments, I ask that you grant him recognition.
I shall grant him recognition. I am Baron Payar Cortez, good sir. Welcome to my home.
Allow me to present Kaleo Janis, my loyal and trusted associate.
Such an exotic young woman. How is it you come to be here?
I slid out of Mama's womb and picked up a blaster. Now I'm your new friend's bodyguard. Of course, you and me could be friends too. We got a nice place here. I could stick around a while.
Really?
Baron?
You are an intriguing creature, I admit.
Hear what he said? That was sweet.
Uh-huh.
With those manners, you could be royalty.
I could welcome people just like the Baroness.
I hope I didn't give the wrong impression at the gates. I just take the security of my house very seriously.
One of few things she does, along with her gardens and her ack dogs.
You'll make me blush, my lord.
Tell me now, why do you seek my house? Is there a favor you would ask? An alliance you'd propose?
I need to identify a man. I think you might be able to assist.
I'll gladly help. Show me what you have. The dates in your files, yes, we've had visitors at these times, but that's no surprise. I believe the guest you're looking for is Master Denry Ale. We've hosted him and his summits on a number of occasions.
Tell me where to find this man.
Ah, well, it may not be so easy as that. Denry Ale was once Lord Denry Ale, a powerful and respected man among the vassal houses. But some years ago, he abdicated his position.
He became a mediator dedicated to forging peace.
Strange you should ask about him now. For several weeks, Denry Ale has been missing. Whether off on some secret negotiation or something more regrettable, no one knows.
I know which possibility I'd wager on.
I'll begin looking into Ale's whereabouts through formal and informal diplomatic channels. If I can find him for you, I will. You may also wish to investigate the matter yourself. I'm sure House Thule has friends who can assist.
You'll let me know if you find anything.
Of course. I'll send a message immediately. In the meantime, you're welcome to stay as a guest. House Cortez prides itself on its hospitality.
We'll have to dine together. You can meet the ack dogs.
The Baron has spoken. This audience is at an end.
Uh-huh. Now we have to return to Vector.
Is it me, or are there more bugs than last time?
Welcome back. Your aura reflects your attunement to the great song.
Vector, good to see you again, too.
Our observers saw you enter the Cortez estate. The fingerlings were listening and heard mention of Denry Ale. We met Ale during our time as ambassador. With his wealth and talent, he could be your target.
The Baron claims not to know his whereabouts.
We might be able to help. Our nest has had many joiners over the years. Soldiers, children, nobles. We can search their memories and see what they know of Denry Ale.
Let's see what you come up with.
We remember Pabal Alder. When her speeder crashed, our foragers brought her to the hive. Our healers tended her. We became one. Her house, House Alder, an old house of scholars and antiquarians, granted Ale residence in honor of his work as a mediator. Ale kept records of his work in the Alder estate. If you can penetrate the estate's defenses, those records are yours.
Good work. I'll have those records in no time.
If we may be so bold. A warning. House Alder opposes the Empire, and the estate is always prepared for an Imperial attack, even a stealthy one. Be careful.
Yes, that's so. Guess we'll see. Now, this household is still in this area, or in the next. It is in the next. So, we will go on Hop a Taxi. And then we'll follow the planetary storyline and report to General Thull as well.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
And by taxi, I mean a Thranta, because that's what they use to get around here on Alderaan.
Stanol Fool, I was told you wanted to see me.
Yes, Moff Sarek said you'd be here. We've had an inspection team lost to the Killiks for days now. Advisors from Droman Cast. They were inspecting one of our mining sites for lanthanide deposits. But in the middle of their inspection, the entire place was overrun by Killiks. We've had no communication for days.
I want the full briefing, risk assessment, strategic importance, all of it.
Moff Sarek wants the inspection team rescued, and fast. Apparently some of them hold serious rank off-world. And the Killiks don't exactly respond to negotiations. They're the native aliens here. Giant bugs with just enough sentience to shoot a blaster. Attacking these Killiks would take half our army, but apparently I'm too close to the problem to strategically assess its value.
Doesn't seem worth the bother.
Wait, there's more to it. My daughter was leading that team. I don't know if she's alive or dead. If you can find her, find our advisors, free them if they're prisoners. I promise you a reward that will leave me bankrupt.
I will not let these aliens kill your daughter or the advisor.
Thank you. For myself, even more than for my house.
Funny how there's always a personal stake in these type of things. Go ahead and get on our Tauntaun to make it faster. We'll start with the closest objective, which is General Thol's assignment. Apparently I must have followed the map the wrong way. So I guess we're going around because climbing through doesn't seem to be a viable option. Rude.
Bless you.
That's the
In
first
the name
inspection
of the
team.
Emperor.
And since we completed the bonus, we can just go ahead and stealth the rest of the way through.
have removed those who are not of the nest. Had they stayed, they would have learned the peace of the joining. We will not deny you your prize. But leave now. There has been a song of swarming. We have claimed these mines for the nest.
I'll decide when I'm done here.
A human attitude. In the nest, no one needs to fight or defend a reputation or pride. Once we were called Daria Thrall. Now we are known as new child of the Ukanuku nest. We have tasted the gel and scented the egg chamber. We have joined.
I don't care about some bug cult. I'm here for the reward.
We are of the nest now. You cannot take it from us any more than your lungs could live outside your body. There is no war among the kind, no hate, no confusion. We are one, and we are at peace. We will never return.
You really think that interests me?
Here we are safe. Here we are at peace. Here we will stay.
Come with me, or die along with every Killick here. That's your only option.
No, we will never. We are hearing the voice of the nest. We have decided it is not worth many losses to save one. The nest has spoken. We will return.
And with that, we can return to General Fall
Come on out, I'll show you my gun.
after we visit House Alda. said they were prepared even for stealth attacks. Let's see. Looks like a no. These records consist of appointment calendars, logs, financial transactions, meeting transcripts, and personal notes from Dinri Isle's time as a mediator. Much of the information is meaningless without context, but a few journal entries catch your attention. Entry 56 met with representative of Mindek family Droman Koss, agreed to purchases, credits to be transferred tomorrow. Entry 62, negotiations successful. As goodwill gesture, House Organa and House Renar agree to 50,000 credits in charitable donations. Both houses concur. I will act as an unbiased party in choosing charity. Will announce decision of Broken Valley Relief Fund, Balmora, tomorrow. Entry 86, at C's suggestion, canceled next week's summit with Thul. Attack on DK, Darth Jadis assassinated. Bigger than expected. Glad Summit was canceled. Arrange charitable gifts in response to tragedy. Entry 96, at tonight's gala, meet with EE to arrange future visit. Ask about privacy concerns. C suggests secrecy. And now we just have to return to Vector, so let's warp to the General and then head back.
Figure to run a planet like this, you've got people slaving and freezing to death year-round. Nobles drink.
Thank you. My medics are treating the inspection team for shock, but they seem otherwise unharmed. I wish I could say the same for my daughter. It is clear those monsters have drugged her, brainwashed her. I've heard of this. Something in the pheromones that joins their captives to their hive mind.
Turn Thul's troops against the Killiks before they can destroy another mind.
You're right. What good is the throne of Alderaan if our world is first overrun by these bugs? They must be driven out. We should slaughter them until nothing but their mounds remain!
General Thul, excuse me. It is urgent I speak with my rescuer at once. I'm Agent Craig Graff, Imperial Intelligence. It was no accident those Killiks attacked when they did. The Ulgos pushed them toward that mine.
You make a habit of getting captured on your missions?
Of course not. But the Killiks share a mind. Once one sees you, there's no escape. We didn't even have time to activate a comlink, report what we'd learned. The push was orchestrated by the Ulgos to distract us from something they're calling Operation Sunshower.
You Alderaanians are entirely too cheerful.
I've heard that term. It's come up a few times in the chatter we're getting from our back door into the Organa networks.
It's a beradium detonator, a massive explosive. They plan to strike at the heart of Thul lands.
Naturally.
The detonator's being transported by Boris Ulgo's elite soldiers, former Republic Special Forces, with the best weapons they could take and all the training the Republic gave them.
I'll be stained with blood from head to toe.
Just before the Killiks arrived, we acquired a data file that I believe to be the launch codes for the detonator.
If you really wish to strike fear into the heart of the Ulgos, get into the camp where they're holding it and set it off prematurely. It won't be the full force of the weapon, but let it be Ulgo that perishes, not Thul.
Agreed. And naturally, it is still in this area. Well, let's go talk to Vector first, just in case the next objective is also still in this area.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Agent, it's good to see you. Yes, we apologize. The nest has been invigorated by star dancing. If you could smell the pheromones, you'd understand our restlessness.
Having trouble controlling the Killiks?
There's nothing to be concerned about. The hive is growing, and we all benefit. We even have a gift for you. These orbs contain white membrosia, rare nectar produced by our givers. Pull back the wax and sip. You'll find it gives strength and healing.
Practical but exotic. I like it.
We hoped you might. In any case, how's the search for Denry Ale?
Here. I located the files in House Alder.
This is perplexing. It looks like Ale funded the destruction of the Dominator and the assassination of Darth Jadus. But the rest is very odd. Have you shown this to Baron Pear?
I was just on my way.
Of course. We appreciate being kept apprised. We know you're under no obligation. We'll be on alert should you need anything else. The nest embraces our unity.
I do wonder if they would feel the same way knowing what I had the General do with the mounds over in the other area. But luckily those two story points aren't connected. Now we'll stop by House Cortez and see where our next area is sending us. If it's sending us to a new area, we'll still go and take care of the Ulgo stronghold first.
Welcome back. I'll let the Baron know you're here.
My dear, you shouldn't concern yourself with trifling details.
I am concerned. This house needs all I can give, not just my gardening skills.
Enough, we'll speak later.
Marital
Highness,
distress.
It's a pleasure to see you on such a chilly day. But if you're here about Denry Ale, I must disappoint. I've been gathering information, yet I cannot locate him with any certainty.
I guess I've made more progress than you, Baron.
You speak boldly for a guest in my estate. Show me what you have. These records. They are the pieces of a puzzle my own sources left incomplete. It appears that some weeks ago, Master Ale arranged a secret meeting with House Rist. That meeting is doubtless occurring as we speak.
I'll have to crash their party.
I'd caution you to leave this matter alone. House Rist is a stain upon the nobility. A house of slayers and poisoners. I suggest you wait for Denry Ale's return. A month, perhaps 2. Don't earn the Rist assassins' ire by interfering in their affairs.
It'll take more than dilettantes with knives to hurt me.
House Rist earned its place through cunning and murder. Its blades are not dull, and confronting them will do no good. Now, I must cut this discussion short. I have other matters to attend to. See to our guest, my lady. Make certain Cortez hospitality remains second to none.
I'm sorry about my husband. He's a busy man, and a brave one. Just not brave enough to confront the House Rist.
You're confusing bravery with stupidity.
Then you plan to wait Ale out? You don't seem like someone content to sit around in hopes of an easy solution. Everything the Baron said about Rist is true. They are a stain on society, and a foe of Cortez. We live in fear of their blades. But you found our lost patrol, stole Denry Ailes' records.
You have no idea of the things I can do.
I can imagine. The Baron won't listen to my ideas. But you could show him the meaning of bravery. You could show all the houses that defying risk isn't hopeless. Find Denry Ale, fight the assassins, change things for all of us.
I can't refuse such a pretty face.
You're very kind. You know, it's a long journey. Join me in my chambers? We could get something to warm you before you go.
Cortez hospitality really is second to none.
And there's a lot more to see. And when we're through, you can leave for Rist and take my hopes with you.
Well, I won't be heading for Rist just yet. Unless it's in the same place as the Olgo stronghold, but I do not believe that it is.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
Maybe
Have
it
a
is.
safe and pleasant stay.
We'll go to the Olgo stronghold first. It's closer anyway. Went too far, I have to loop into the stronghold from this way, I believe. Yep. Probably should go stealth from this point. Just because they're all lined up like that, I'm tempted to lob a grenade into them, but it wouldn't serve much purpose.
going down.
Now I need to go and seal myself inside the safe room. And that took care of that. Operation Sunshower is no more. Now we just have to make our way to House Wrist. And see what the House of Assassins has in store. I gotta use the Tauntaun. Just activating the Tauntaun should break stealth. I shouldn't have to break stealth to activate the Tauntaun. But it is what it is. said we couldn't stealth by fighting, so I had to get rid of something to get the other ones off the trail. And a side quest. Obtain the risk target list. Okay. Side quest must be on the lower floor because it's not showing. Oh, now I just have to kill someone apparently. And then access central intel database. Which should be on the lower floor. That was rude.
Take this, ugly.
Oh, I didn't mean to draw them in. Darn. Oh well. And that's done. Now we can get on with the real reason we're here. Which must be up above. That Sith who was down there must have activated the Central Intelligence database again. Yeah, I was about to say there ain't no way. Always check to see the depth of the elevator shaft, because what you think may be a small jump down may be a death end down.
I was starting to wonder if we'd meet face to face. Welcome to House Rist. My name is Gremory Ale, but of course you know that, and so much more, after stealing my records.
I know you're funding the Eagle and his terror network.
Do you really? How satisfying for you. Not that it matters.
Sarcasm will get you killed
when you heard
quickly.
You were on your way, I arranged for my friends at considerable expense to prepare a traditional Rist welcome.
Why don't I show you a traditional Imperial welcome instead?
And I'll show you how to die!
Yeah, 'cause that worked.
Want some of this?
You worthless filth. You may have killed me, but you can't take away what I've achieved.
Can
I worked for peace on Alderaan. I showed the houses how to settle their differences. What have you ever done for decent men?
I protect decent people from terrorists like you.
You blind fanatic. You never understand.
Master Ale, I'm sorry to disturb, but this message must reach you in time. The situation's grown worse. The thorn in my side knows you're visiting House Rist, and I believe he'll soon give chase. He's dangerous, Gremory. He's in league with my husband, and somehow gained access to your personal journals. You're going to need protection. I know the Rists aren't committed to working for us yet, but I hope you can convince them to help you. I'm sure you can sway them somehow. You've a way with words.
You have a way to die when I return to House Cortez. So, first we will go and report back to General Thol. Then we will go to House Cortez, and that will be our ending point once we deal with the Baroness and her treachery.
Figure to run a planet like this, you've got people slaving and freezing to death year-round. Nobles drink, workers bleed.
Thank you. You are again
Excuse me.
Thul's savior, saving our lands from devastation and death.
Your heroism will serve as an inspiration for the rest of my career.
The job's done. Easy.
Then we must bow to your skill even more, for it is more than any of our troops could do. With the Ulgos retreating, I can turn all my troops to rooting out the Killiks, to the last squirming lava.
My superiors have been asking about you. There is some intrigue happening with House Rist. Trouble for our allies. If you're interested, look for Dathis Elgin. Moff Sarek has already commended you to him.
Of course, because you're a step behind where we are in the story. And I don't really have the inclination to sell this stuff, so I'm just going to destroy it. I don't need any credits at this point anyway. Really need to hurry up and get Vector out here.
Vehicle paths are currently open for business.
Yes, because that'll
Have a
take us
safe
to
and
that
pleasant
assignment.
stay.
But we will deal with Dathis Elgin in the next one. For now, we're going to go to House Cortez and deal with the Baroness, and that'll be our finale for the day. Ah, look, I'm shut out.
Halt! Leave Cortez lands immediately, or be forcibly expelled.
Let me guess. Baroness Che doesn't like me anymore.
The Baroness has revoked your access to the estate. She's ordered all defenses raised. You may as well turn around. We've got blast doors, force fields. This estate is designed to repel an army.
An army? Maybe I'll have to break a sweat.
You want to play it that way? That's how we play it.
And you'll die for nothing.
All droids, attack now!
Ooh, droids.
Fun. I don't think blasters are going to get us through here, Agent. Maybe we should talk to your bug boy.
Come on out. I'll show you my gun.
Now let's go speak with Vector so we can get this wrapped up. Oh. Normally my Tauntaun can run through stuff like that. How rude. The problem, I think, is going to be the security cannons that are outside. Now those might actually do some damage to me. All those damn droids.
You want some of this?
Since they're not actually story connected, I don't have to worry about it. I guess they didn't think players would take too kindly to being gunned down as soon as they exited the phase. Get close enough to that part of the map that I would just fill in that section that's missing because it's bugging me. But oh well.
Agent, come inside. The nest is prepared to defend you.
Yeah, that's what you need
Isn't
these
that
bugs
kind?
for. Defending us.
Our observers saw what happened. Why did Cortez turn on you? How can we help?
Cortez knows I'm coming after them.
We won't pretend to understand, but we'll assist however we can. The nest has studied the Cortez estate's defenses and deemed them formidable. The interior shields are designed for squads of human attackers. The perimeter security systems are meant to combat armies and Killik swarms.
Why does the nest know so much about Cortez defenses?
We've been studying Cortez for some time. We've been thorough. The power generators are behind the main estate. They're well guarded, but they might be sabotaged from the inside. If I could reach the generators, I could release a swarm of fingerling Killiks. Our smallest brethren can easily slip through the cracks and damage the machinery.
You've got miniature saboteur bugs?
Yes, there are times when smaller bodies prove useful.
If you two are taking out the shield generators, I'll keep the Cortez patrols busy. Maybe poach something nice.
We'll meet up after this is over.
You and Bug Boy have a good time.
Each of us can carry a handful of fingerling eggs. Once our young destroy the shield generator, we can proceed inside.
And now we finally get Vector.
Increasing combat benefit.
So now let's start giving this stuff away.
This was unexpected. You have our gratitude. You are too kind.
Level 3 with him so far.
You are too kind. You have our gratitude. You are too kind.
4.
You are too kind. You are too kind. You have our gratitude. You have our gratitude. You are too kind. This was unexpected. You have our gratitude. You have our gratitude.
5.
You have our gratitude. This was unexpected. You have our gratitude. You have our gratitude.
6.
This was unexpected. This was unexpected. You are too kind. You have our gratitude. This was unexpected. This was unexpected.
Alright. I got rid of a good deal of companion gifts, thankfully. And we got him up quite a bit. Not as high as I would have liked. I would have liked to have actually gotten him all the way. But dialogue choices will do it. As long as we're smart about how we do it. Y'all can stay down there, because I can just sell it. Alright, time to head back to House Cortez. Or I'm sorry, not to House Cortez. Our mission is somewhere else. So actually, that will be our stopping point for today. Thank you for joining us for this video. I hope that you enjoyed the content. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps out our channel. And if you haven't already, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Also, make sure to join us over on twitch.tv/Gremory Channel 2 for additional content. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you next time.